So I assign this. Now I still don't see anything. Why I don't see anything? In Maya, it's trying to save your GPU rendering time real time. Okay, so you press number 6. Ta-da! A texture has been projected on a object. You have to press 6. So remember, 4 is wireframe, 5 is just shaded, 6 is texture, 7 is lighting, 8 is paint. Number 8 you don't press, you go up to 7. 7, up to 7. Okay, so 6 is to see your texture. Got it? Clear? Okay, that is just applying a texture. You haven't done a UV map because as you can see here, it is not projected properly. Okay? Is it too much for you guys? Up to here enough, huh? Every semester is always every semester it's quite hard. You know, I understand it's not as easy as it is. But let me quickly show you this. I'll quickly show you this. This is what can be done with textures. Alright? I'm going to hide all this. Under my channel box, I'm just going to create a layer. Please play with layer. Okay? Yeah. I've already explained this in the beginning. Then too fast? Okay. Under the channel box / layer editor, it is exactly like Photoshop. You got layers. You can create layers. Right? Whatever you're doing here, you just have to choose the meshes and right click on the layer. You can see this button here, or you can go here, create empty layer, or create layer from the selected. Okay, it goes into one layer, and that layer, what can happen to that layer? You can make it as a transparent object, so you can't choose this layer. Okay, it's just to see the wireframe alone, or you can click again on the R, which is the render. You can see the whole mesh. Reference, sorry, transparent, reference, or editable. Without anything here on the last bit here, you can edit. If you are on reference, it will just stay here, but I can't pick anything. Yeah. Okay, and then you just off it for you to adjust your model, which is attached to that layer. Okay, you see this V is visible, invisible. Okay, invisible, visible, invisible, visible. Okay, so the P, just leave it lah. Don't touch that P lah. Leave the P. Yeah, left and right. How to remove? So if let's say I take this, you have to choose the object, and then you have to recreate a new layer and then put it on that layer. Once you put it into a layer, it remains inside the layer. You know what I mean? Easy? You play with it, then you get the hang of it. I can tell you the whole thing about Maya, but I'm just telling you, you have to go and practice. Okay? You can also set up your layer to render. It's very powerful. You can render layers alone. Which layer you want to render, you can render, and you can even edit your animation within the layer and so on and so forth. See that? I can do wonders with this layer. So I'm not going to touch on the advanced part. I'm just touching on the basic part. Understand? Right? So keep it simple. I'm not going to go more advanced part. Now itself you are very confused. More than this, practically you are not going to understand a single thing. Okay? Keep it that way. Right. Under this layer, if you double click this layer, you can name the layer. Naming convention is number 1. Okay, name the layer, put it as a reference or test or whatever it is. Assign a color to it for you to see. Okay, so maybe the name is not available. Why? Is because the reference R is there. So change this to something else, maybe test. Okay, and save it. Sorry? Available? Not available. That's because the R is set for reference. Okay? So normally what they do for layers is you have mesh in a what they call it, in a production for TV series and so on and so forth. One layer for mesh, one layer is for bones. Right? So you can go back for that one is later. Just add a layer first. Okay? Right, now before you all go, now you all understand about layer. No more questions about layer. No more questions. Right? I'm not going to repeat this again. Can I? Play with it and see. I've already told you all, discussed this in the beginning of the class. First class. That means you're not paying attention. Okay? Layer is already there. Anyways, I've already repeated again. I believe it is helpful. Of course, you can ask me again, but don't keep on asking on the same thing because you have to learn some more. Okay? Try to understand. Play with it, please. If you don't play with it, you are not going to gain anything. Right? Any questions this far? Yes, no? No? Okay. Basic thing, if you want to project something, if you want to project on a wall like this, you see this part here, you can click on this dude, pick any of the faces, click on this dude and start projecting. Yay! I can make it big, make it small. This is simple projection. Choose this, right? On the surface, this is flat projection of flat. Any surface, click on this planar mapping. The green, super green, cyan green, whatever you want to call it, right? Turquoise green. Click on it. See that? Now you just have to rotate on the other direction. Like now, you see that? It is projecting on a wrong direction. Sorry? Yeah. This is simple projection, right? So in here, if you want to project it on a different projection, so you have to rotate the projection in a different manner. Okay? Blah 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 and so on and so forth. How do you edit it? You click on this projectile and then start changing your projection and so on and so forth. Simple. So now, just now we had for this, you projected again. I'm going to click on this. Okay. I'm just going to pick a face and I can do a projection mapping like that. But it will not give me the proper projection. Why? Is because the projection is now on the y-axis. You have to change the axis. This is flat now, flat, super flat. You have to make it 0 and then rotate the x-axis or y-axis. See that? If I put 90 degrees, it becomes 90 degrees. I put 0 and then I go to z-axis. I hit 90. See what happens. You know what I mean? and then I can have this height slightly bigger, and I can have this width bigger. So now you don't see any changes. Why? Is because it's projecting at the wrong axis. You have to adjust it so that you know it is now projected on the y-axis. See that? I changed this, right? The rotation. I changed the rotation of that projection. Like I'm taking a paper. Okay. I'm projecting either on the y-axis. X-axis is this way. All right. This is x. This is y. This is z. Okay. X, y, the sides, right? Z in front of you, right? How do you get all this rotation? First thing, whatever you are seeing here, the rounding boxes that you see here, you can either make it big, spread it, you can scale it up, you can scale it down. The more you scale, the bigger the image becomes. The smaller you scale, the more repetitive it becomes. Okay, it's taking a photo, it's doubling. Makes sense now? In a very layman term, right? I'm taking this, I am scaling it. I make the whole image big. When I make it small, whatever that I see on this negative space, it will be a repetitive checker. Okay? Got it? It's exactly like this time. Right? So this is simple projection. We haven't touched on the unwrap yet. This is just the start. Dang, dang, dang. Okay? So the basic UV mapping, okay, guys, the basic ones, that is this 4. Okay? Try to avoid spheres, because mapping spheres is one of the hardest things. Right? Because why? Everything is focused to one, eventually, one vertex. It all will be wrapped to one. You know the North Pole and the South Pole? Right? So everything will be clumped to one, correct? But what does it do? It's like your shirt. When you clump everything together, you're shrinking the whole thing to one point. That is what texture is all about. Correct? Okay? It follows match. Try to relate with something that you can remember. Right? I try to remember by relating with realistic things, that common things that I always see. Right? If you don't do that, you are only memorizing what I tell you, which eventually you, I can guarantee. Okay? So you want to think out of the box, do relate it with common things that you are watching every day. Right? Make sense? That's how you do it. Okay? Relate it. If it's shirt, you take, if you have a handkerchief, right? You take a handkerchief, you try stretching it, and then if you're doing this, you're pinching it, see what happens to the texture. Exactly that apply to this. Make sense? Okay? Try to, you guys go back and try. It's okay, you're not going to get it straight away. It will take few rounds of testing. Right? So you can see this handle here. It's like a pivot point. Alright? So you can make it bigger. See that? I can enlarge it. The moment I shrink it, I will make it repetitive. Okay? So why do they call UV? UV? Ultraviolet? and the u-axis and the y-axis. All right. So whatever faces that you see, all right, it's a flat face. It's just like a card, right? Like just a card, like a tile, right? So everything is tile. So it has this horizontal and vertical. HV. HV. They want it. I mean, they want to have like UV. I don't know why exactly it is. You can go and look for a definition exactly, but it's practically on the horizontal and vertical. Ultraviolet. Okay, it's something to do with something vertices. Okay, not unrecognized vertices. Anyways, you can project it that way, okay, on a simple surface. If it's as simple like this, easy for you to project, no problem. Right? And then if you want it to be slightly slanting, so you just have to go here or rotate this in a different manner, or even you can adjust it accordingly. Okay, so you play around with it and see. Everything is in the attribute editor, channel box by itself. Another way of doing for a box is choose the object, okay, and then go for a box. See that? I get all 4 sides. A box. Right? So what does it do? It projects it. You're taking a torchlight, right? You're projecting one side here, you're projecting the other side. It's like you're painting the walls. That's what you're doing. Now make sense? Right? So where you want to project it, you have to adjust it accordingly. Okay? So simple box like this, easy to do. Other complicated stuff, it's quite hard. But once you understand how the projection works. So this week, what you're going to do, you're going to go and do some research, do some testing on basic shapes. Take any of the textures, just chuck it on the material, alright? This is your exercise, and you have to upload it, okay? Pick any of the basic shapes, okay? Or if you, first is basic shape, do a testing with materials and then project it with the UV map. Okay, very simple. It will take you about spend about 5-10 minutes and then test every material. What does it do? Okay, just test and see. Okay, see that? I got a nice stuff. And what you have to do once you have done this, I'm not going to go further in. Okay? You test this first and take a snapshot. Remember, you have to render it end of the day. So that one later. Okay. Please test it. If you want to show the end result, okay, I want to give you one extra thing that you need to go back and do. So your assignment 1 is assignment 1. I want to see to what extent that you can texture first, this test it first, understanding first. Right? If you're still having trouble with this, then we'll step off the texturing for the first assignment. Right? Well, who wants to do texturing, you can do, but the main one is for the what they call, we can play with it. Ambient occlusion. Rendering. I want to see, and you all must go and look for rendering. Okay, quick one, quick one rendering, quick one, very quick one, because it is still recording. It's going to be there anyways. Just have a look at it, right? So you see this, director. board there. Okay, when you see this, you click on open render view, it will straight away open render view, but nothing will be shown. Okay, number one is you have to identify what settings that you need for your render settings. You click on this gear, this 4 part here, touch the first one or the second one. This is to render. First one is to view what you have rendered. Second one is to render, and then beside the hypershade is the settings. Okay, for now don't go for Untitled render, just go for software. Untitled render is going to confuse you even further, so don't touch that yet. You want to explore, you can explore, please do so, but the basic one is Maya software. Okay, click on this Maya software, go for the common. Okay, master layer. Okay, so you go for your Maya software here. Quality, number one is production quality. Okay, if you miss out this, it's fine. Just put that, just render and see, but make sure it is on Maya software. Just check this, this is number one. Okay, your final output must be production quality here. And then what you have to do is you go down here, you look at this control, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. The others don't touch yet first. Okay, common thing, what do you want to have? You can go down here, image size. If you want it to be rendered, then you go down here for a poster rendering. That one later. For now, just go for HD, leave it as it is, HD 540. It's already been preset for you. Okay, so when you go here, click render, I get a rendering. No lighting, this is what you get. It looks crap. Okay, lighting, if I touch today, you will, that's it for you guys. Okay, so lighting is, I'll upload another video for lighting specifically. Okay, so this week you can test anything like this. Okay, simple lighting, simple lighting, simple lighting. Okay, you click on this rendering. Okay, nothing much, please hang in there just to see how it looks. Okay, click this to see how it looks, right? But then with lighting, click on this whatever direction lighting, just pick it up. You see these arrows. Okay, you can make it slightly bigger, press number 7 and rotate. Tweet. Hello. Okay. Rotate this dude. See that? Okay, nice and beautiful. Just render. Okay, ta-da. Okay, that's all you're going to do. Okay, so you're going to go back, you're going to explore on texturing. Simple, simple basic texturing first. I'm not looking for unwrapping now. Okay, only this. But you all know about, today we covered about modeling already, right? Most of it is like the basic stuff we have already covered. Apart from that, you have to customize yourself, which is the best way you want to approach modeling, right? Don't go for sculpting yet, because it's the basic, your fundamentals needs to be strong, then you can capture the whole thing, methodology of modeling and sculpting together, all together. Okay, got it? So 3D modeling done. Now texturing, material and texture and render, these three. What you're going to do is you're going to create all this under poly model here, go and create a sphere, go and create a cylinder, go and create this torus, and so on and so forth. Test it first. Yeah, with texture and material. So you can play materials if you want to test more than this, you want to explore more. click on this hypershade here. Stingray, you don't need to touch because it's a game engine one. Okay, don't touch that. Alright, don't touch that. Shade effects and so on, these three here, don't touch. Anisotropic, you want to try, you can try it. Or you can just click on any of this shader, doesn't matter, explore. See what is the end results. And then you write a note. Each one of it, you render, you say what you have found. Okay? Can? But the basic one is Blinn, Lambert, these two. Play with these two. Yeah. Mostly Blinn. Okay? Can? Very simple, nothing big. Just that you have to just go and do the basics first. The others, apart from Blinn and Lambert, it's up to you. You want to test it, you want to do extra, go extra mile, please do so. Okay? Understand the basic methodology first. Okay? Clear? Any questions? Put it in Behance. Or the same. Okay, do a extra another page called exercise. Inside there you can chuck all your exercises, what you have learned. Okay? Yeah. Texture. Just understand what this material is all about. Understand what is texture. How does texture enhance the material and so on. Okay? Can? Yeah, rendering. Simple rendering, huh? Yeah, render. After you have render, okay, after you have render this, click here, file, save. Done. Got it? Under render view, you see this eyes here, file, save. Done. Save it to whichever images or whatever not. Save it there, done. Okay? That's all, huh? We haven't touched. We got a lot more to go, guys. If you all really want to push some more, we have to work faster. Okay? This is just a very basic stuff. Okay? Okay. So that is for your assignment. Exercise.
On with the materials, and then what do I upload on the exercises? Like snapshots of the different materials, the renders?
Yeah, save all this.